Hey there, I'm Douglas from Draftbit. In this video, we're going to be diving into the stepper component. This is a versatile tool that enables users to adjust numeric values with ease. The stepper component is perfect for scenarios where precise input control is required. Here are a few common use cases to inspire you. The first is quantity selectors. Think of a shopping app where users have to select the quantity of products that they want to add to the cart. This is where the stepper component becomes helpful. Next up, we have volume or brightness controls. In media or utility applications, users can control settings like volumes or brightness using the stepper component. Then lastly, we have custom numeric inputs, whether setting a tip amount or configuring workout repetitions or adjusting settings like font size in a preference menu. The stepper makes the process smooth and user-friendly. So how do we add the stepper component? Head over to the left side panel, click Add on the component picker, then we're going to search for stepper component. Then we click Add, and by default the stepper component comes with a minus icon, a value and a plus icon. If we go to the device preview, we click web preview, we'll notice when we click the plus icon the value increments, and when we click the minus icon the value decrements. Then next up, let's head over to the stepper component, then styles, and we'll notice that the stepper component has color and icon size, and for color this is going to affect the icons. As you can see, we now have red icons. Then for the icon size, we can increase the size of these icons. So I'm just going to make it 32 from 24. And we're now going to get bigger icons. Then for the value, if we want to customize the value, we come here where it says typography. Then we can pick a font, pick a size. Then we can pick a font weight. That's how you customize the stepper component. With these style options, you can seamlessly integrate the stepper component into your app's aesthetics. Now, let's configure the minimum and maximum properties. So if we head over to the data tab, we'll notice that we have a minimum value and then we have a maximum value. The minimum, this defines the lowest value that the stepper can display. If you notice right now, if we keep decrementing, we start to go to -1, -2, and sometimes we don't want that, right? Especially if it's like an e-commerce project and you want to add to a cart. There is no situation where you all want to add -1 of something, right? So the minimum is going to be 0. And then the maximum, sometimes let's say it can be 10, right? Or 100 or whatever value that you want. So now we can no longer go below 0 and we can no longer go above 10. So it's like a minimum and a maximum. These limits are great for controlling user input and ensuring the stepper behaves as expected with a defined range. Then we have the data source. So this is where the data is being stored. Whenever we create this component, it creates a variable inside Draftbit, and this variable is called stepper value and it's of type string. And whenever we increment or decrement, this value updates. And you may be wondering, how does it know when to update this value? So we have interactions, and on interactions we have on change. So this runs when the value is changed. Whenever we change this value, this is going to run. So it's an action. When we open this action, we notice that it's already setting the value. So whenever we increment or decrement, it runs this set variable and it sets it with the new value. We can console log to see this happening in action. And in our console log, I just want to show the new value. And if we close this, make sure your device preview is on web. Then we open our console log. Now, when I increment, I see the value. And why is this happening? It's because I put this console log here and we see the value, and then the value gets set to this variable. So that's how everything is working. And in here, you can come and you can add your own actions. And that's a wrap for our stepper component. We've covered its styles, how to link it to a data source, and set the minimum and maximum limits. We've also learned how to change the onChange trigger and to update our app dynamically. I hope this video is helpful and you make the most of the stepper component in Draftbit. As always, happy building. See you in the next video.